the big losers are the average American citizen. This is going to put enormous amount of money and influence on behalf of big oil, health insurance companies, big banks that are going to obviously support candidates who support their point of views.
And we're joined now by Ben Ginsberg, Republican super lawyer from Patton Boggs.
I love it when you talk like that.
Senator Menendez, right? Is this the end of political civilization as we know it?
That may be a little bit overblown. Apparently, political civilization was okay when the unions had unfettered ability to give, when trial lawyers were king of the heap. Now that we're evening things out a little bit, he may see some gloom and doom that's not there.
But how dramatically will this alter the sort of campaign landscape? Should the country prepare themselves now that they're going to see campaigns where candidates, their own messaging may be overwhelmed by corporations backing them?
Yeah, I mean, look, that's been a trend since the erstwhile reforms from McCain-Feingold in the 2004 election started. In the Massachusetts Senate race, there was more money spent by outside special interest groups than there were by the candidates. So that's nothing new. What the decision will do is accelerate that, I think. And candidates in the political parties really will face a very tough road in terms of messaging.
But will corporations want to do that if their names are attached to this? Would candidates even want that? If you know that this candidacy brought to you by big oil, that's hardly a message that says I'm going to go to Washington and bring change.
Because the court upheld disclosure.
Disclosure,
like
right.
Disclosure is still absolutely in place. I think it is a fair point that companies with consumer products are not going to want to jump into the political mudbath and risk alienating part of their folks who buy their products. However, what this decision does do is give a clear signal to those who do want to engage, and a lot of conservatives have been sitting on the sidelines for the past couple of elections for a variety of reasons. This is a clear signal that giving in that way is now perfectly legal. Indeed, it's a constitutional right.
And certainly the current environment will encourage those conservatives even more, I would imagine. Is it unquestionably, in your mind, this is a benefit for Republicans over Democrats, this decision?
No, not yet. I think, as I say, Republican donors have been on the sidelines,
right.
And so this gives a signal. What this will allow is a lot more voices to be heard. I think it's a debate where the left has done a much better job of organizing their wealthy individuals with the unions, with the trial lawyers. It is not immediately clear that it will benefit Republicans, but the potential is certainly there.
Does this just clear away the whole infrastructure as we've known it? One of the things that you talk about in a memo that you put out late last week was that the party committees could be essentially irrelevant in this equation. Yeah. Is that the case?
Yeah, it's very much a problem now. I mean, what you have is the legislation from 2004 from McCain-Feingold that stopped the political parties from raising money that's legal under state law. Now, that's called soft money in the lexicon, but it's money that's legal under state law. That has had the effect of not allowing the parties to play the traditional roles that they had. And what this decision and sort of where we are, I think, will lead to special interest groups being able to take over the roles that parties have played, from raising money to candidates, from doing voter contact and get out the vote activities, and doing independent expenditures and issue ads about messages.
You rolled out a 527 project, an outside group project today called the American Majority Project. This is focused on, you're working with Jeb Bush and others on this, state legislative races. Why are you focusing at that level?
Well, redistricting, the annual decennial fun of redrawing the lines for all congressional districts is now in play. Over the past few years, whatever the Washington institutions that were in charge of that have not done a good job for Republicans. As I said, the soft money ban on the parties has contributed to that. The state legislative groups have had a 53-seat Republican majority, or 53 chambers in 2004. It's now down to 39. Something's not working right. We felt the need to jump in.
All right, Ben Ginsberg from Patton Boggs. It must be easier to get table reservations as a Republican in January 2010. Is that right?
I haven't tried. I've been working too hard.
Fair enough.
Thanks a lot, Ben. That does it for this edition of Top Line. Be sure to click us on again tomorrow.
And it's twitter.com/The Note. Keep the conversation going.
Tune in. World News with Diane Sawyer tonight for an interview with the president. You won't want to miss it.
Exclusive. It's fun.
Thank you.
Thanks. It's fun to do.